Okay, so welcome to the video on finding the circumference of a circle, alright? So we've already had a wee look at this, but we're going to look just now in more depth at circumference, alright? So if we look at this first example here, we know the formula already. It's C equals pi times d, so circumference equals pi times diameter. Now, we've not been given the diameter here, though we've been given the radius. Look, so we've got the centre to the edge, radius, right, that's first. So that's 4 metres, so that means that the diameter must be 8 metres. So if we then work that out, really simple calculation, all we have to do on our calculators then is using our pi button, pi times 8, and that gives us 25.1 metres. Now remember, it is metres because it's a length, it's the length round the circle, that's what the circumference is. So it's not the area that it's inside, so don't use centimetres squared. That's not right, okay? That's not rubbing off, there we go. It's metres just because it's a length, okay? So make sure that you're aware of that, and make sure you're aware of this little kind of complicated bit here as well, okay? So make sure you write down D first, what D is, just like you would if you've been given diameter for an area question. You write down what R is, you do the same for this, you write down D, the number you're going to use in your formula, alright? Little bit different example over here. If you look, it says find perimeter. Now perimeter, remember, is the distance round a shape, right? All the way around the shape. So we're going to start at this point and go all the way around back to the starting point, right? Now we can see that it's a semicircle. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to basically pretend that it's a full circle. Alright, we're going to pretend that it's a full circle to start with, and we're going to work out the circumference of the full circle. Okay, so C equals pi times d. We've got 5 as the diameter, and if you look, in this one I used a times sign, and this one I didn't. It's up to you what you do. Okay, so you can use the formula C equals pi d just like that, or C equals pi times d. It's the same thing. Okay, it's optional. Later on in maths you'll not put the times sign in, but for just now, if you'd like to keep it, if you understand it better, then that's okay. Alright, so again, we've got the diameter, it's 5, so it's pi times 5, and that gives us 15.7 metres. Now, we've pretended that this is a full circle. It's not a full circle, it's a semicircle, so we have to divide this by 2 to just get this curve here, right? The semicircle length there. So if we divide that by 2, so notice how I've written down what I'm doing as well, so I've communicated what I'm doing. So semicircle is 15.7 divided by 2, which gives us 7.85 metres. Now, I'm not finished because it says perimeter. I've calculated the full circle first, then I've found the half circle, which is 7.85, and I've only got like most of the perimeter. I've still got a little bit left to go, so if I was to walk around here, I'd only take this point so far at 7.85. I've got to get back, so I need to add on 5 to get the full distance round this shape. Alright, so my perimeter then is 7.85 plus 5, which gives me 12.85. So 12.85 metres when I add the 5 on. So a lot of steps involved in that one, alright? The steps are, first of all, we consider it to be a full circle. So when you're dealing with fractions with circles, guys, make it up that it's a full circle first, okay? Calculate the area, the circumference that you need, and then use your knowledge of fractions to figure out what bit applies to your question. So that's what I've done, right? I've calculated the full circle circumference, then I've thought, oh, I need a half of that, so I've divided it by 2, so you get 7.85, but I'm not finished yet because I still need to add on 5 metres to the whole perimeter to get the full answer. So the perimeter is 7.85, add 5, giving us 12.85 metres. Alright, so make sure you copy both of them into your notes, okay, and make sure you get them answer the quiz as well. And next day we're going to be looking at putting lots of these different pieces of knowledge together. Alright, so again, make sure you've got that all copied down properly and you understand it all, and I'll see you next day.